What they can question them on is management of conflicts of interest, indeed. And normally, ministers can be questioned on any statements they make. But the statements, of course, where a statement relates to a declaration of pecuniary interest, the minister is not answerable on that statement in this House. So I've got to rule that question out. The Honourable Pete Hodgson, though, has further supplementary should he wish to use it.
Supplementary, Mr. Speaker.
Hodgson.
Does he agree with the remarks made by the Prime Minister earlier this month about China and New Zealand working together in agriculture where, quote, they put up some capital, we develop farms in Latin America and export food to China, close quote. If he does agree, does he also agree that as soon as China did enter the market, the value of his shares are likely to rise?
The Honourable Tim Grosser. The point of order, the Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, if that question is accepted, then the chair is effectively accepting the speculation that the member includes in it. It's nasty, it's gutter snipe, and it's not appropriate for this.
And the member will sit down. Order! There will be silence. This is a very serious issue and has to be treated with respect by this House, because members in this House have a right to hold ministers to account. Where questions relate to conflicts of interest, they're perfectly proper. This question asked whether the minister agreed with a statement relating to a trade matter, and was asked whether went on. The minister didn't need to answer the second part because two parts to a question, but went on to ask about whether that trade prospect could influence the value of shares. Now, I don't see that question as being out of order because it does relate to a statement in the trade area and has an implication of possible conflict of interest. And I believe ministers do have to be mindful of the management of conflicts of interest. And I invite the Honourable Tim Grosser to answer it. The Honourable Tim Grosser.
The answer to the first part of the question is absolutely yes. And on another occasion, I would welcome the opportunity of expanding on this theme, because I think this is absolutely central to taking New Zealand forward in terms of getting the intellectual property of our extraordinary agriculture system and exporting it not just through exports, but through the services that New Zealand almost uniquely in some areas has. So I think it's a huge and interesting question before New Zealand agriculture over the next 20 years. With respect to the second, I could imagine an argument that would say exactly the opposite to conclusion with respect to an investment in another country.
Honourable Pete Hodgson.
Thank you. Thank you.
Order. The Honourable Pete Hodgson. Order. The Honourable Pete Hodgson.
Can he confirm that earlier this month another company, Singaporean, not Chinese, did just that, entered the Uruguayan dairying market, and that his shares rose from 41 cents to 55 cents in 2 weeks as a result?
Order, order, order. That question is totally out of order. The Minister has no responsibility for what a Singaporean company might do, no responsibility whatsoever. And that brings to a close questions for oral answer. I call on Government Order of the Day number 1.
Infrastructure Bill.